co-host Yolanda Tillman today. Hello, yo.
Hey, hello, RESA Nation.
Yeah.
Welcome, Nicole.
So we are super excited. As if somebody has not been around for the last while, Yolanda is our chairperson of the National Board of Directors. Nicole, you currently serve in as the provincial president of Ontario in Canada and is now looking to join the National Board of Directors. So we're going to talk to Nicole, ask her some questions. The same questions have been asked of all the candidates. And let's do this. This is about 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and we'll get everybody on with their day. So you ready? Let's make this happen. So Nicole,
Woo-hoo.
board members often need to work in a collaborative effort. Can you provide an example of a situation where you successfully collaborated with a diverse group of individuals to achieve a common goal?
You know what? Since I've been serving in leadership since 2017. So that's been a constant in my staging career. I started as the VP and treasurer, and then eventually I moved up to president. So that is a constant for me. It's all the time. It's part of what I do. It's not just staging, but I'm also a leader within the RESA organization. So I'm always working with different people. And I also had the opportunity to serve on the Canadian Strategic Planning Committee with Shauna Lynn. And until she stepped down, then myself and Ellen Woods, we co-chaired that. So it's always about working and collaborating with different people.
I
So
love it.
it's not a one woman show. It's teamwork. It's effort.
Very true.
Wow, that's awesome, and thank you. As you know, networking and building partnerships are vital to RESA's success. How would you approach building relationships with key stakeholders, sponsors, and industry influencers to further RESA's mission?
That actually has been part of our local chapter's success in the past year and a half. We have made major inroads on that avenue. From not only do we participate on the local level with the local trade show, but we've gotten involved on the provincial level. We had the opportunity to stage, we actually had the opportunity to sponsor. Well, actually, we didn't have to sponsor. We got a booth for free in exchange for staging the green room for Magic Johnson at our Reality 24 convention, which was here in Ottawa. We're the nation's capital. And we had agents from across Ontario, some out east, and it was a great way to increase our visibility. And as a result, I had the opportunity to meet with other REMAX representatives who wanted some Toronto representation in terms of sponsorship and trade shows. So,
Oh, wow.
That's
Beautiful.
incredible. I don't know how I missed that. I missed the Magic Johnson thing. Like, why did
yeah, he was one
that's
of the speakers at the Reality 24 convention.
very
So
cool.
it
I
was,
I
those
love
booths
hearing it
were
when stagers
packed.
can break over into like the commercial side of staging and doing other things like that. I love that. That's awesome. So, as you know, because you've been in leadership, the dynamics of boards change over time, specifically every year. How do you adapt to new leadership styles and board compositions? And can you share an experience where you've successfully integrated into a new team environment and contributed to the group's objectives?
Again, since I've been serving in leadership since 2017, it is a constant. These roles are always changing. I'm interacting with different people almost on a daily basis, well, maybe on a yearly basis. And I always looked forward to it with excitement because I
Mhm.
believe that everyone brings something different to the table. And with their experiences, with their knowledge, it's a great opportunity. And I can honestly say that I've learned just as much from my colleagues and my peers as I have from any staging training, because everyone brings their own experience and their own knowledge. Everyone brings something different to the table. So it's a great opportunity to learn from one another, and we work better together because, RESA is all about strengthening the staging industry as a whole. So, and I do this with passion because when we work together as RESA, we're improving the staging industry for everyone, not just for one person. And so that's been a major part of my driving power,
Mm-hmm.
because I want staging to be an industry standard, not just, well, maybe let's test the market. I'm very passionate about this industry, so I will do whatever I can to advance it forward.
Very nice.
Awesome. Well, Miss Nicole, you and I have that in common because everyone knows I'm all over the place. RESA First Ambassador, and I'm looking for other ambassadors to come and join me. But I love what I do in helping our local chapters. And of course, chair of our national board. So therefore, board members like myself, wear multiple hats and contribute to various projects simultaneously. How do you prioritize tasks and manage your workload effectively in a demanding board environment?
I put any RESA commitments with the same priority as my staging jobs,
Right.
because RESA doesn't move forward unless we all work together. So there is, like, it's in my calendar the way a D-stage is in my calendar, a staging consultation, an install. It's all very important. And I look forward to these events. I look forward to my monthly state presidents meetings to, meet and connect with my fellow leaders, to learn from one another. So it's not something, oh, well, I'll skip it this week. It's important to me. And I've also had the opportunity, so I'm no longer on the board on the local chapter level, but our chapter president has made it very clear that she wants me there for all of the board meetings, which are, Tuesday mornings, once the first Tuesday of the month. And I'm there. I've been requested to be there. And so while I don't have a vote, I'm there to provide my insight and my experience. And honestly, it's an honor that they've asked me to be
Yeah.
a part of it. So if it's RESA, then I'm there.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I love that.
That's
So
good.
volunteering on a board obviously requires a lot of passion, which you've clearly noted that you have for our mission and for what we stand for. Any personal stories that exemplifies your dedications to RESA's goals? And how does your passion drive your commitment towards the board's work?
You know, I joined RESA at the end of 2015. And about a year later, I started serving on the board, and my business was barely off the ground. I wanted to get involved right from day one.
Mhm.
So, so kind of working in leadership and building my business has been, it's been a two-part process, and it's been amazing. And so the commitment doesn't change. It's been there from day one, and I'm more determined than ever. Like I said, I started out from, treasurer, VP of membership, and it's a natural train of progression. So if there's ever been any opportunity, then I want to be a part of it.
Mhm.
So, and then also working in Canada, and I know that this has been a common issue with our Canadians, but we've got fewer resource than our neighbors to the south. So I want to be able to help promote that
Mhm.
and kind of work with our Canadian stagers so that they've got that resource, so they've got that support. Because I know that RESA HQ, they've got their own limitations in terms of access, because obviously you're in the States. So I want to be that liaison, so to speak. I want to be, that's like, okay, And it's great because Red is on the committee too, and then Ellen is finishing up. I just want to make sure that we've got the Canadian representation. So,
All right. Ooh,
Awesome.
right. Networking plays a vital role in awareness campaigns. Tell me, how do you plan to leverage your professional network to promote RESA? And can you provide any examples of how you've successfully utilized your connections in the past for similar purposes?
again, it goes back to the past year and a half working with our local chapter, the RESA Ottawa chapter, where we actually just won Chapter of the Year at RESACon 2024. So
Woohoo.
we were thrilled, beyond thrilled. And like I said, we had made tremendous inroads and we were thrilled about the progress. And also last January, I contributed an article to the real estate, I can't remember the name, Institute of Canada, which is in charge of the education. I contributed an article to their online exchange magazine talking about staging and dispelling some of the common myths, you know, explaining what staging is, what it's not. And so to have that article published was huge. And then beyond that, we are still working with ORB, which is our local real estate board. So beyond just the annual trade show, we're going to be doing a meet and greet. We've had opportunities to do an educational video. So Marilyn, the chapter president, and I, we hosted that together so that this educational video is in their library for the real estate agents. So, and yeah, and then the Reality 24 convention, which was a huge opportunity for us. And then when we do our meet and greets, you know, we're going to be using that platform to promote our Staging to Sell course as well, which I'm qualified to teach.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all
Very
rocking and
good.
rolling up there in Canada, huh?
Oh,
Telling
we're
you.
loving it. We just,
Yeah, doing great.
you know,
This it's a good example of Angela Brooks has a saying that goes back like 17 years. You are RESA. The members are RESA. So it's nice to hear that reverberated on the local level when you were commenting. Could not agree more. So thank you, Nicole. Any final words you want anybody to know about your candidacy?
I honestly, I'm just very grateful for RESA, for all you ladies do. And I'm excited to have the opportunity to run for the National Board of Directors. And I hope I'm granted that opportunity. So
Very good. Well, if you would like to grant Nicole or anyone else the opportunity to be on the national board, please vote between October 21st and October 31st. So check your email. We'll be sending it out to all RESA members and you'll have to log into the system in order to cast your vote. Please read up on everybody, watch everybody's Stager Talk video so you can get to know them and understand their qualifications, and then cast the vote that you feel in your heart is going to do the best job. Until next time, everybody, thank you for joining us. Yo, thank you. Joanna, thanks for the tech support. Nicole, thanks for meeting with us.